instead of taking women to the movies and on dinner dates, have sex in all 50 states. So what I mean by this is when you look at the modern dating scene, what people consider a date, like taking a woman to the movies, taking her to dinner, a bar, a restaurant, to the beach, park, whatever, just what people would think taking a woman on a date is. But when you're spending all this money on the woman, and then say your budget runs out for the week, like your resources, like oh, we went to the restaurant on Friday, so we can't really do anything on Saturday. She might meet another guy that his resources didn't run out, and so there's always that freedom to use her open hypergamy and to monkey branch. So instead of spending all this money in your 20s, you could be starting a business, you could be an entrepreneur, you could be working on an art or a craft. You could see yourself 10 years down the line. You don't have to make the focus of your life women. You can make it yourself in your own progression. Make yourself the priority. Understand that no matter what you do, you're just planting the seeds now, and that's going to be what you're doing later. And spend the years getting yourself where you need to be, whether that's working a job or multiple jobs, multiple streams of income, starting your business, starting that art or that craft that you want to do. If you do that in your 20s, you can manifest it later. To get yourself in that mindset of it might not happen tomorrow or the next day, but it will if I keep working at it every single day. So instead of spending all this money on the dates, instead of spending all this money on the women, what you do is you take that money, spend it on yourself. So what you could have been spending on movies and the bar, restaurants, what you could be doing instead is investing in your company, investing in someone else's company, thinking of yourself long term, providing for you, getting yourself up the ladder. Use that money towards yourself, because say that business manifests, or you're working that dream job, or you enjoy what you're doing, you're going to be in a positive state that's only going to lead to more positive change because you've brought that much positivity into your life. So say you have that business, you started at 20, you have it at 30. Now you can have residual income, and you can just take her all around the world, all around the country. So instead of just focusing on the date, instead of just taking her to the movies, instead of just taking her to the restaurant, now that you have that residual income built up, you just travel around and just have sex in all 50 states. Like what I'm thinking about, like what I want to do long term, I'd much rather work for things for the future in terms of long-term stability, and getting myself to a point of going minimalist where I can just make money doing things I love and downsize to like a camper van or a motorhome, so I'm not paying a bunch of rent money or a mortgage. Save money on that and just live as minimalist as possible and travel around. And instead of just like the typical questions like, oh, like what are your hobbies, or like what do you do for work? You just sit down at dinner, just these generic questions with this woman where like the whole like what do you do for work anyways, you're just evaluating, okay, like do we make enough money together, like can I do better, is someone else a better option, I want to know where your finances are coming from. So it's always conditional, right? There's always going to be other options of guys that she has once your resources dry up. So if you have enough money for $50 a weekend, you do something on Friday, and then you say the whole, well, let's just stay home on Saturday. And the way she's thinking about it is, oh, well, this other guy, he had 200 for the weekend, or this guy has 1,000 for the weekend, or whatever. So the best thing to do is to take that money, invest it in yourself. Stop shelling it out back to short-term dates and temporary satisfaction. Focus on yourself, because now, like I said, if I can get like a camper van or a motorhome one day and do things residually and work on myself, that's the kind of thing I'd want to do. Is just like if I'm gonna like interact with a woman, I'd rather just like go camping and like travel around and like go outside, stuff that makes sense. Like I'm not into like the bars or the clubs or like the girl that needs to wear a bunch of makeup or the high heels, or always checking herself in the mirror before going out because, oh, I can't look a certain way, I have to present a certain image. I'd rather just have the girl that like we go out camping and we get like in the mud and dirty. It's like not like a big deal. Oh, broken nail, or like there's no makeup. Who cares? I'm with you for you anyways. I'm not with you for the makeup or the like whatever. I'm there for you. So for me, women should be a byproduct. Like I don't go through my day thinking of like, okay, well, how can I attract as many women as possible, or how do I find a wife or a girlfriend long term, or how do I get as much pussy as I can, or whatever the metric is. I think about myself in the future. I think about how I want to live day to day. I don't always want to be on the hamster wheel. I want to be independent. I want to do my own things. So I'd rather have my own frame established where women can come and go as they please. Like if you want a monkey branch from me and go somewhere else, that's up to you as a woman, and that's fine. But I'm not going to deplete my own way up the ladder. I'm not going to deplete my own resources for like a $50 dinner and like $25 at the movies, I mean, drinks at the bar, and then like you're never saving money, you're never investing in yourself, you're investing in something that you're always on this conditional track, like, oh well, like you offer me this currently, but if this other guy offers me something else later, then well, I'm going to pursue that. Which again, she has the freedom to do that, but as a guy, get ahead of the game and see that, invest in yourself. You don't need to treat the 20s as the fun decade. You don't need to treat it as the party decade. Like I said, for me, the way I like to live my life, like right here, I'm selling my tie-dye for this nonprofit at the ocean in La Jolla in San Diego. This is beautiful. This is where I want to be. This stuff makes sense. Like there's seals behind me right now, right here at Children's Pool. Look at all the seals laying out, the birds, seagulls, pelicans, just like nature and wildlife, and just stuff that makes sense. And so I'd rather develop that residual income, whether it's through the YouTube channel I'm doing, or Patreon, or other businesses I could start down the road, or I still sell tie-dye while doing all of this, or I worked at a hotel before. I put in 3 good years at a hotel that's right across the street from here, doing hospitality. I worked multiple departments, always show up to work. I left on good terms. And so my boss told me after I left, he's been a manager at multiple hotels in San Diego, that if I ever want to get back in the industry, I always have a door open with him to go work at a hotel again. So, I dropped out of college. I don't have like the degree, but it's a mindset. It's how you interact with other people, how you affect other people. Like people get all scared, like, oh, what are you going to do without this degree? What are you going to like, where's your backup plan? I'm a hustler. My backup plan is I'm going to always have a job, because I like working with people who wouldn't want to work with me. Let's get the job done. Let's make everybody's lives here collectively better. I'm never going to be without a job, because no matter how bad the economy can get, people always say that, oh, the economy is doing this or that. I'm going to get a job. There's no way that if I really need to make ends meet, I'm going to just go get a job. That's my mentality, and that's just who I am. Like this whole, oh, what are you going to do without this piece of paper, this degree? It's just like, have common sense, understand what the job is. I mean, even if it's at, you have to start somewhere low and work your way up, just do it. Have the presence of someone who wants to be there and wants to execute. So like for me, I'm ambitious with things. Like at 26 now, like I'm not thinking about let's go to the bar or the club to meet girls. It's just like it's fleeting. It just, you can see through it. Like these guys that aren't red pill, they don't understand it. It's like you're wasting your money on like whether it's bottle service or buying these girls drinks or taking them to the movies, dinners. I'm going to work on my YouTube channel. I'm going to put out content that helps people in whatever way it helps people, whether through my YouTube channel or like in my Patreon as well, or other businesses I could start down the road. Like I said, selling this tie-dye, I could always go back to the hotel industry. I could pick up another venture. Like even before too, I was studying at one time to be, oh no, I'm good on the cookies. Thank you though. Yeah, appreciate it. But I was studying at one point to be a yacht salesman with a yacht brokerage, and this was something I've never been like into boats or anything, but the opportunity came up where someone thought that I'd be a good salesman and good for the position, and so I went and talked to the guy about it, and I actually went and took some classes, some maritime classes, learning more about like boats and engines and just laws of the sea and about the Coast Guard. But I ended up not pursuing that all the way, because I realized I was going more into the yacht sales for just thinking of the ways I could make money and not really being truly passionate about boats. But that's the thing, is like I will try things. I will hear people out about like network marketing or business opportunities or things that can be long term. Someone tries to bring up a network marketing thing or a business or an idea for the future. Someone's always like pyramid scheme, and to be like, anytime you're trying to do something, everyone always thinks it's a scheme or a scam, which there are scams out there. There are schemes, but like people have that mentality about anyone who's just ambitious, anyone that's just like hustling. Like as someone like in my 20s, I don't have like a one set job title of what you could call me. Like people think like you need to go to college. Oh, that person went for nursing, therefore they're a nurse. That person went for teaching, they're a teacher. When you're just someone that can be on point about a lot of things, people get uneasy. Like, how do you know I don't just do music? Like I said before on this channel, like I was student body president in my high school. I did the morning announcements. I talked in front of the school all day, in front of thousands of people at certain events. I was friends with people in every clique. Like, how do you know, like someone I didn't go to high school with, how do you know that I'm not like a good public speaker? I've already, at 16, 17, I was speaking in front of crowds of thousands of people. How do you know like I'm not a good artist? Or how do you know I can't do stand-up comedy? How do you know I can't use, certain ways of just like public speaking, motivational speaking, or like I'm out here as a vendor right now selling for this nonprofit tie-dye. What if I get one day into like I make jewelry and I start selling custom jewelry? What if I get into photography and make photography? What if I, like anything? Just like the world is open, and people that have that mindset to go do it can achieve a lot. So that's what I'm saying with this video is like, in your 20s, don't just like spend all your money on like restaurants with women and taking them to the movies and just like stuff that's just like, you should just evaluate your position at that current time anyways. If you use your 20s to set things up, like I said, I could have a YouTube channel and I could be doing a bunch of different things. My life's an open book. I can get myself to a point of residual income where instead of I'm wasting money every week on just a temporary date or a movie where we're just paying somebody else, now I have residual income. So now instead of just paying money for those dates, I can just take her on a road trip and we can have sex in all 50 states. Just do like crazy bucket list stuff. Just be funny about it, but it works.